Tonight on the Champ Sports Network, we lift the lid on a new season of PIHL hockey. The opportunity, the goals, the ambitions, all new, with one goal in mind for all teams across the PIHL console. And it all starts coming up next. Coming to you live from the Airport Ice Arena in Moon Township, Champ Sports Network welcomes you to our coverage of PIHL Hockey 2014-2015. And tonight, our first game of the 2014-2015 season as the Moon Area Tigers play host to the Ramblers from Cathedral Prep. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt Fargo, joined alongside Al Lesh. Welcome to a frigid icebox of the Airport Ice Arena. It is always cold in here. It's, you know, Al, when you go outside and light jacket is needed normally, and then you come into the Airport Ice Arena and you know that you're almost, it prepares us for middle of December in October, because when you're outside and the temperature's warmer than inside, you know it's time to start PIHL hockey.
I've got the long johns on tonight, but I'm ready for some hot action, Matt. It should be a good one. The Ramblers come in, a perennial powerhouse from up there in Erie, and the Tigers coming off a less than desirable season last year. Talking to Coach Scott Kabukka before the game tonight, he and his coaching staff were encouraged about the Tigers. They picked up some younger players, and they feel like they're going to be stronger, more consistent with 3 solid lines, and they're excited to get the season underway. So a good test to start out with the Ramblers coming into their house. No question, and this is a game that throughout the time that we've covered a lot of Moon hockey over the years, and it's very fitting to start with them this year. But the Ramblers have always been that measuring stick. You know, it's a program that has been a perennial power. They've been there, they've done it, and they've come in tonight. You know, it's always tough to make that trek, especially early in the season, to make that trip from the shores of Lake Erie all the way down here to Moon Township. And they don't get to take, unfortunately, they have a great bus. They're working on the chartered plane, and I would expect it here in the next few years. But the bus is comfortable, and it's one of those things where Erie can either come out flat or they can come out fired up, because you know you don't want to get back on that bus 1-1. For that 2-hour drive. And you make a good point. None, absolutely zero of the PIHL games for Cathedral Prep are their road games. They're truly road games. I mean, all of them are down here in the Pittsburgh area, and it's a 2-hour drive. So, yeah, you're right, Matt. They don't want to go home, that long bus ride, back up to Erie with a loss under their belt. And they played one game already this year. They opened up against Baldwin the other night, and they beat them 4-3. So one notch in the win column for Cathedral Prep. The Ramblers looking for number 2. The Tigers wanting to open up with a win against a big powerhouse team, and would really boost the confidence in this team.
Oh, no question about it. And this is a great opportunity for the Tigers to come in and really find out where they are. This young group, some of the younger players that have come up, the call-ups are going to be interesting. And it also is an opportunity. We talked about how the youthfulness of this Moon team, but you also have to point out the players that are returning and expecting more out of them. They probably, for the most part, the better part of these guys were role players a season ago, and now they have to be the star players. They have to maybe take a little bit more of the obligation and of the job than they did last season ago. And I think that's going to be interesting to see. It's always fun this time of year to see where teams match up, because you really don't know where they're going to end up. And it's one of those things where anything at the beginning part of the season can happen just because it's such a feeling out process. And you look at what Erie did 2 days ago when they opened up their season. they got in a little bit of a goal-scoring match, and that's kind of their MO. They much rather prefer to outscore you, put 6 or 7 goals in the back of the net, and they really don't care what you put in.
Right. That's exactly right. And the Tigers come into the game. I was told that they have 2 goalies, Julian Wollstonecroft and Ryan Durkin. And I was told that Wollstonecroft would not be here tonight. And lo and behold, I see both of them out on the ice warming up. I'm sure Ryan Durkin's going to get the call tonight. He's going to be their number 1 goalie, as I'm being told. He's a junior, and Wollstonecroft is a sophomore this year.
Well, this is a good problem to have for Moon. It's a really good problem to have. Julian got a lot of playing time last year. He started the season. He was a freshman. He was playing 3 games essentially a week, 3 games at 3 different levels of hockey. And I like what I saw from him. I'm sure the maturation process from your freshman to sophomore year is always a big one, especially physically at that age. So that will be interesting to see. But junior Ryan Durkin's going to be interesting to see as well, too.
Yeah, Durkin missed a good portion of last year with an injury, and he's back solid. He's healthy and ready to go. And everybody's expecting big things from Ryan Durkin between the pipes for the Tigers. And as they say, you build championships from the net out. So that bodes well for the Tigers. A note for this season in PIHL, they've really changed things up a lot. There's a lot of movement around. They redesigned everything, so to speak. And AA has really changed. They went from 4 sections last year to 2 conferences. The Tigers in the Western Conference, along with Erie Cathedral, West Allegheny, Baldwin, Bishop Canevin, Shar Valley, and North Hills. The Eastern Conference would be Fox Chapel, Armstrong, Greater Latrobe, Hampton, Norwin, Plum, and Shaler. And you might have noticed a few names that you're not used to hearing in AA. A couple of them have moved down. Shaler's moved down, Norwin's moved down, and Fox Chapel also moved down from AAA of last year. So everything's redesigned, and we'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, only 19 games on the schedule for everyone this year. I like it being even, and here we go.
Puck's drop, and the Ramblers take control, and they're just going to dump it in. In after it is Eliason. He whips it around the boards, and Josh Scott tries to get out. It gets up to the blue line no further, and the Ramblers whip it around the boards. Eliason can't get it. It hits that Zamboni door, but Eliason gets back. He shoots it in, and Durkin kicks that one to the corner. The Tigers now working it in their zone. Eliason gets it back, sets it up in front. Good play there by the Tiger defense. It comes right back, and a blocker save off the stick of Emerson for the Ramblers. And finally, the Tigers get it. It's Fort Wanger. Comes up the near wing. He's going to shoot it in long. Kicked aside and up into the netting by the netminder for the Ramblers, who is Trent Faulkner. And we'll have a face-off with 16:21 remaining here in the first. No score. And the face-off will be in the Rambler zone.
I liked that first defensive series for the Tigers. They got peppered early, and they were able to kind of weather that first storm.
And it answered your question. The Ramblers come out storming, and they win the face-off. The Tigers, James, goes down and gets it, and Ramblers take it away. Held in by Austin Murphy. He flips it up and over the glass. And we'll have another face-off. Let's see, is that going to be inside the zone or outside? They're going to say outside the zone. Right at the blue line, right down in front of us. Hart loses the face-off here. The Ramblers can't get it out. Brandon Lang gets the puck behind the net for James, tries to center in front. And the Ramblers try to whop it around the boards. It's Vicari, and he finally will get it out. The Tigers, Kurtze gets it and dumps it back in. Tigers have to tag up. Luke James goes after it. Back in behind the net is White for the Ramblers. Gets it up along the boards, and they'll just clear it out the center ice. One more time, Trey Kurtze puts it in behind the Rambler net. Picked up there by John Okika. And we're going to get a penalty here on Houston.
Yeah, it occurred right
I'm
in front
sorry.
of...
No, that's 23. That's Jake Konseski.
Yeah, Konseski did it right in front of the official. And that was an easy hooking call there.
Yep.
Tigers going to have to go on the PK early at 5:25 or 15:25.
And here we go. The Tigers get the face-off. They'll dump it back down. Back to get it is Bill Kelly behind his own net, and they set it up. And here comes Trevor Faulkner up the near wing on the power play. Tigers a man down on the tripping call. Lays there in the slot, and the Tigers are going to clear it out. Nice play there by Scott. Josh Scott clears it back, forces Joe Kelly all the way back behind his own net with 1:24 remaining in the man advantage. Picked up there by Faulkner. Faulkner up the far wing. Pass to Kelly. Right down into the slot. Comes over to Emerson. Emerson on the half ball. Goes down into the corner behind the Tiger net. Picked up there by Biani. Whips it around the boards, but not out. Held in nicely by Joe Kelly. Up along the far half board. Across into the middle. The shot gets tipped wide of the net. Picked up there by Eliason out to the point. Kelly now crossed to Kelly. William Kelly has it deflected in front. Durkin could not corral that one. Held up the rebound. Shot goes up over the net, and I believe the net's off the moorings. It is. We'll have a face-off with 43 remaining in the power play.
Yeah, you were talking about the Kelly brothers. William Kelly, who is the captain of this Erie Cathedral prep team. 2 goals in the opener for the Ramblers. So he has 50% of their goals, if I'm doing my math correctly there.
Yes, sir. Tigers win the faceoff, trying to get behind the D's. Hart, it's not going to be an icing, but Hart's going to be the first one there in the far corner. He gets checked in there. A good penalty kill here by Nick Hart. Hart getting worked over to help him out is, I don't have 95 on my roster for the Tigers. That is Houston. And the Ramblers get the puck back with 13 to go in the power play to get it behind the Tigers' net. And Austin Murphy gets the puck, and the Tigers clear it down the length, and that'll kill the penalty as the final second ticks off. The Tigers are back to full strength. They've killed the first one off.
Tremendous PK by the Tigers. They were able to clear it multiple times down the length of the ice. And a great job there, Hart and Murphy, both big-time plays on the PK.
Picking up the puck for the Ramblers, trying to get it out. It skips over the stick of Sell. It goes the length of the ice, and it'll be icing Ramblers with 13:08 remaining here in a scoreless first period.
Interesting for the Tigers. You mentioned at the top of the broadcast about the depth and that this is no longer going to be a Tiger team that's going to lose in just a battle of attrition. And it will be interesting to see that third line and how valuable that third line is to the Tigers in the early part of the season and, more importantly, the early part of this period.
Biani hustles back into his own zone to get the puck. He whips it around the boards. It bounces off one Rambler right onto the stick of another, and that'll be a hand pass, and the faceoff will come outside the Tiger zone. Hey, it's nice to look over at the Tiger bench and see a mass of white and red over there.
That's right. It wasn't all that long ago where there were about 4 or 5 of them sitting
on the
down
bench,
there on
yeah.
that bench.
Out to the center red line, dumped in around the boards by Brett Cox for the Ramblers. Lang trying to get it out. It doesn't happen. Ramblers keep it in. William Kelly walks the blue line. Tigers can't get it out. It comes right to the stick of James. And walking in, and a blocker save there off the stick of Doran Oken. And the Tigers will clear it up, but not out. Right to the blue line. Kurtze plays it with a high stick. No call. They wave it off. And up around and out of the zone it comes. Hustling back after it is James and Hart. And Oken gets there first. They battle for it. Up along the near boards. Getting it out of the zone, but the Tigers push it back in behind the Rambler net. Battling hard there. Outnumbered were the Tigers. We're trying to work in the slot. Slap shot by Biani. Blocker save by Faulkner into the near far corner. Tigers working hard down there, playing the boards. 2-on-2. Big hit there by Doran Oken. And the puck comes loose, and the Ramblers will whip it down the length of the ice, but right on Durkin's stick, and he clears it up out of the zone. Ramblers going for a change. Tigers, Houston trying to get it up. Doesn't happen. Intercepted by Trevor Faulkner, but the Tigers take it right back away. Austin Murphy with the puck. Up to Ottaviani into the corner. And the Ramblers on the forecheck get it back. And the Tigers working hard to get it out of the zone. Here comes Ottaviani now. Up to Handlovich, wearing that familiar number 10, but this is Shane Handlovich. Dumps it in and heads to the bench. The Ramblers working it out of the zone. Fortwanger now with a forecheck. And the puck goes right in on Faulkner. And he had to make the save. And the Tigers now putting a little pressure on. That'll be delayed offsides.
Yeah, Handlovich made it really easy for us up here in the booth, just keeping the number, did he not? Jeez.
Behind the Tiger net now. And the Tigers trying to work it out. Heston Bryant worked it out of his zone. Up to Sell. Sell down the near wing. Gains center red, and he'll dump it in and go after it. And he pulls up now. Faulkner now, the goalie, gets it out to Sell. He slap shot. Screen shot there. And the Tigers with a rebound off the pipe. It goes. And Josh Scott come that close to getting the first notch on the board. The Tigers maintain control. Nifty little play there by Lang. And he's going to shoot that one in. It's held into the pads of Trent Faulkner. And we'll have a face-off with 10:15 remaining and a scoreless first.
A lot of time being played right now in the Ramblers' end of the ice. The Tigers just continue relentlessly putting the puck on net, and you said it, that close from this game being 1-0.
Oh, he put the shot on, the rebound come right out to him, and he put it off, rang off the pipe. The shot there by the Tigers redirected and goes high and wide into the near corner now. The Tigers with the pressure. Four-man scrum in the corner. Finally out comes it. Hart he swiped at it, couldn't come up with it, but the Tigers take it away at center ice. Nice play there by Lang. He loses an edge, goes down, but here come the Tigers. 1-on-2. It's Hart. Nick Hart with a wrist shot. That's ticked wide. Hart goes after it and just dumps it in behind the net. Luke James picks it up, looking for somebody to pass to. He takes the check. Double team there, and the Ramblers come up with it. Comes out to the point. Right to the point is Heston Bryan. He hits the side of the net, and it's not held there. The Ramblers skate out with it and then send it right back to Heston Bryan at center red. The Tigers almost gave it away. Hart swipes at it, can't come up with it, and all the way back to Sell. Sell now, Joe Sell whips it around the boards. The Tigers had a headman. He had Lang getting behind the D, but they couldn't get it to him. The Tigers now at center ice. They'll just put it back to the Ramblers' end of the ice, and here come the Ramblers as the Tigers make a change.
The battle that I've been watching throughout this first period has been the Tiger forwards against the defensemen of Cathedral Prep. And right now, Tigers are winning that battle, and they've been able to continue that puck possession time. Tigers are dominating that facet of the game right now.
Big hit there by Joe Sala on one of the Tigers. And the Ramblers come away with the puck, but a nice take there by Houston. Puts it off the window on the far side in front of the scorer's table, and the Tigers have it, and it's going to be an offsides. They tag up, but the Ramblers have the puck. Headman pass here to Eliason. Brings it in on the far wing. Backhand right in on Durkin, and the Tigers defense. Houston clears it away. Up along the boards, and here comes Murphy. Murphy with a burst of speed, trying to get around the D. Picks up the puck. Slap shot. Blocker save by Faulkner. Up high and wide. The Tigers keep it in. Josh Scott, Tigers going for a change. And the Ramblers whip it around the boards to the weak side. The Tigers, Fortwanger comes over and keeps it in. The Tigers relentless now on the forecheck, and the Ramblers finally come away with the puck, but all they can do is clear out the center circle, and Trey Kurtze will whip it right back in and make the Ramblers go back after it. Fortwanger sends it toward the net off of skate, and he had Scott in front, and it went just wide of his stick. Fortwanger again with another shot. That one hit the side of the net and up and over the netting, and we'll have a face-off with 7:49. And the Tigers, Matt, as you said it, are turning the tide on the Ramblers right now. They are.
The seesaw of where this game has been played. You know, right now, more Zamboni time needs to be spent in Cathedral Prep's end than the Tigers' end right now. And, yeah, I think it's one of the – I think this is what you see just a little bit early, just a little bit of this game going through. You're seeing right now the Tigers being able to – and what fresh legs can do because of having three lines and how fresh and how much power right now the Tigers have.
I'm noticing short shifts for the Tigers, which is key. And right now the Ramblers working out of their zone. Hart comes over. Tried to put the hit on. It doesn't happen. Here come the Ramblers. What a save there. I'm not sure if he got a hand on it. And finally, on a wraparound shot, the Ramblers are on the board with 7:22. Durkin makes the save, goes behind the net, and the Ramblers follow it up. I believe it's going to go to Dorn Oken.
Yeah, and that was one thing where Durkin really didn't have a play there. He made a terrific save initially to his left, and the puck traveled behind the back of the net in a wraparound opportunity. Durkin sprawled out to try to make a save, but just a little bit puck elevation was able to put it in the back of the net. 1-0 Erie.
I stand corrected. That was number 19 to put that in. I don't know who got the assist, but we'll get that. Here come the Tigers now. Down 1-0 here in the first. It's Maxson trying to split the D. He does, but taken away nicely by Oken. Out the center ice. The Tigers pick it up there. Biani has it taken off his stick. 3-on-2 develops down low. Nice play by Sell, but the shot still off of Durkin, right back on the stick of the Ramblers. And just like that, it's 2-0 Ramblers over the Tigers. And the second goal in the game by number 19, that's Richard Vicari.
Yeah, Vicari's second, and this is what Cathedral Prep does. And you know what? The roster can change, the kids can change, but this is what they do. Once they get one, they keep coming, and they will not let up. And just a few seconds after they score one, they get another. It's 2-0, and the Tigers right now find themselves in a hole early.
And it's a shame because they played a good first half of the first period. And here come the Ramblers again, out from behind their own net. Tigers have it at center ice, trying to turn the tide here. And we got a Rambler down, and I think we're going to get another Tiger penalty, an interference call. And this time it's going to be Austin Murphy's going to make his way to the sin bin. And the Tigers will be shorthanded for the second time. The penalty coming with 6:33 remaining. And the unfortunate thing, Matt, is that all happened behind the play.
Yeah, that's something that the Tigers were better at last year on not taking the penalties, the unnecessary penalties, that one being one. And the Tigers now 2 times in a row, they've taken penalties right in front of the official.
Here come the Ramblers now with the man advantage up the far wing, being hounded by the Tigers. That's Luke James. And it comes out to Kelly. Shot. Durkin puts that one behind the net. Picked up there by Zacharias. Out to Kelly. Joe Kelly. Back to Zacharias. To Emerson behind the net. To the near corner now. Emerson looking over the situation up the half board. Out to the point, and it's going to, nice keep there by Joe Kelly. Come all the way across the ice. But it goes right to Kurtze around behind the net, and he will clear it around the boards out the center ice. 1:10 remaining in the power play. It goes up to Trevor Faulkner, who brings it into the zone. The Tigers trying to clear it out. Doesn't happen. Kurtze behind the net takes the hit. The puck goes past everybody. Joe Kelly picks it up, gets it down into the corner to Emerson. Emerson out to the point. Bill Kelly takes the shot right over to Emerson. Faulkner now. Trevor Faulkner with the puck. Goes out to Joe Kelly. Shot's blocked there by Hart. Loses his stick. Emerson behind the Tiger net. 40 to go in the man advantage. Out to Joe Kelly at the point. That shot is blocked by Nick Hart up into the rafters. And we'll have a face-off with 33 remaining.
This is the one thing that when talking with the coaches, this is where the Tigers, what kind of team is this team going to be mentally? You get down 2-0 early. Are you going to pack it in? And this was a team last year, and another Tiger headed to the bin. Joe
Sell stepped into the sin bin. I'm not sure what the call was. Right off the face-off, the puck goes up into the Tiger bench. And so the Tigers are down 2 for 31 seconds here. Shot there right off the face-off, goes right toward Durkin. He makes the save. Cross-checking is the call. Now, with the 2-man advantage, Bill Kelly goes all the way across to Emerson, down into the corner, right in front of the net. And we got, I guess it's a crease violation, it looks like, and face-off's going to come outside the zone with 9 seconds remaining in the 2-man advantage. And Cathedral Prep, wholesale line changes here.
Tigers really need to, this is a very valuable 9 seconds that they need to kill off, and then after that, a 136 that they need to kill off. They cannot afford to go down 3-0 before
No, not at
the
all.
end of this first period.
We're off the face-off. They bring it in, and they shoot it off the side of the net, and they have killed off the first one. Now down just 5-on-4. The shot is tipped by Otto Vianney. Goes up over everything into the netting, and with 1:23 remaining in the remaining power play, 5-on-4. 2-0 here. Ramblers over the Tigers at the Airport Ice Arena. Ramblers still working on that man advantage. The Kellys switch sides of the ice out at the blue line. Work it down low. The Ramblers walk it right in toward the net. Durkin watches that one sail by wide. Out to Joe Kelly. Back to Eliason. Eliason gets it down low to Emerson. Right in front, goes behind the net. And Faulkner now with the puck, walking with it. And I believe the net's off the moorings one more time with 56 remaining in that penalty to Joe Sell, and 4:01 remaining in the period. Tigers making some changes here. Houston's going to take the face-off for the Tigers, and Joe Kelly wins it back to Bill Kelly. Kelly down the half board to Eliason. Eliason back to Joe Kelly at the blue line, all the way down into the corner to Faulkner. Faulkner comes up to the half board, out to Joe Kelly at the blue line. Shot, that hit Emerson, and the Tigers can't get it out. Luke James finds the opening, and he'll get it out to at least the blue line of the Ramblers. Picked up there by Joe Kelly with 30 seconds remaining. Gets it over to Bill Kelly. Bill comes up the near wing, skates it across the blue line. Tiger blue line, drops it there for Eliason. Back to Emerson, slap shot, up over the crossbar, all the way around to the far point. Joe Kelly gets it down in deep, and the Tigers will lift that one up over everybody. That's Trey Kurtze to kill some time on that penalty. Down under 10 now. Both teams making some line changes. And Bill Kelly skates right down the middle of the ice. Power play is over. Back to even strength. The Tigers have it. Austin Murphy with the puck. He clear out to center ice. Fortwanger can't get it. It goes off a stick and right up into the stands down below us. We'll have a face-off at center ice. 2:57 remaining in the first period, and it's 2-0. Those Ramblers from Erie.
Well, we normally talk about a tale of two periods, or, after the intermission, between after and before the intermission. And really, it's been Tigers played a great first 10 minutes of this period, and the next 7, as we have 3 minutes to go in the period, have just not been even close to the same.
Whoa, there's one there right in the paint, and it went through Faulkner, and he misplayed that one, and Faulkner's down, and he's not moving, Matt. No. He got run over by about 4 players, a couple of his. Now he gets up slowly, but that was right through his legs. The Tigers crashed the net, tried to get it in, and loosely in the paint, and they just couldn't bury it.
Medic making his way out in no sense of hurry.
Trent Faulkner up and skating over into the corner now, and the EMT making his way back to the penalty box.
Faulkner, there's a lot of brothers, and Trent and Trevor are brothers on this team, and that's a broadcaster's dream. You're having fun with a bunch of similar last names.
Face off inside the Rambler zone. Fortwanger can't control it, and it comes right over to Elliott. He'll just put it right in on Durkin. Have to guide that one into the corner. It's going to be a penalty here on the Tigers. As Sell touches up, we're going to get another interference call on the Tigers, and they'll sit shorthanded for another 2 minutes with 2:29 remaining, and it's going to be Biani this time on the interference call.
Tigers spending way too much time in the sin bin here in the first period. There's no question about it. They've been now, as I've mentioned, that 10-minute mark. The first goal came at 10:09, by the way, of this first period. And much of that, after those first two goals went in, the Tigers have been down, and they're almost encouraging Erie to go up by 3 here.
The shot That's tipped wide of the net. Not sure if Durkin got a blocker on that or not, but the Ramblers working on another man advantage. Eliason on the half board now. Gives back to Bill Kelly. Kelly shoots it just wide of the net. Rebound comes out to Houston. Houston's got some open ice. He's going to skate it out the center. Off the boards, down into the far corner. Houston goes after it. Bill Kelly has the puck. Houston pins him to the boards there, trying to kill some time in the Ramblers' end of the ice. Houston slow getting up. Now he's getting back into the play, but here come the Ramblers. It's Faulkner, Trevor Faulkner, around the Tiger net. He's bumped there by Kurtze. Faulkner stops on the near boards, goes out to Bill Kelly on the near point. Back to Faulkner, back to Kelly on the give and go. Hit his own man in the slot. Tigers, can they clear it? No. Nice play there by Eliason along the blue line. Nice play by Hart. Almost was gone, but Joe Kelly did a good job of picking Hart's pocket. Out at center ice now, and Bill Kelly will whip it around the ball off that Zamboni door and right in on Durkin. He had to be alert there. Otherwise, that was goal number 3. On the far half board now, Nick Hart. He's going to get pulled down. The Tigers had the puck and they blew the whistle. Nick Hart was skating with the puck. Now, why'd they blow the whistle there, Matt?
I think it's going to be a penalty on Erie.
Yeah, but Nick Hart had the puck. They shouldn't have blown it. It's going to be a roughing call on
the
Trevor Faulkner.
I don't know. I mean, he was in the corner, and Moon, Hart did look like he had possession of the puck. Why? Was there a brief second or two that Erie was able to look like they had possession of the puck? It didn't look like it to me, but kind of almost a lucky break there for Erie that Moon didn't get that opportunity.
At any rate, the Tigers on their first power play. Lang puts it through the paint, comes over to Sell. Sell tries to put it toward the net, off a stick. Scott.
Another whistle.
Centers tried to center in front and passed everybody, and I heard a whistle. Oh, the net's off the moorings on the other end of the ice. Under a minute to go, 46.4 remaining here in the period. We'll go by that clock. Oh, we're 4-on-4 right now. Yep. That's right, I forgot. Biani's still in the sin bin for 18 seconds. So the Tigers will have minute 20 power play after it's all said and done. Will carry over unless they score into the second period. Ottaviani, face-off goes straight up into the netting, and we'll have another face-off. Mouthpiece on the ice.
Faulkner roughing call at 15:52 for Cathedral Prep.
3 ticks off the clock. And the officials having a discussion here if that went straight up or if that was tipped. Because if it went straight up, that puck should come out of the zone. But evidently, it hit one of the Ramblers. Tigers win the faceoff. Sell, put it behind the boards. Scott couldn't get there. Ottaviani hustles over after it in the corner, gets it back to Scott in the corner. Ramblers have it now behind their own net. It's Tanner White trying to whip it around the boards. Nice forecheck there. Scott took the puck but didn't know where it went, and the Ramblers are going to skate out with it. Nice play there. And one of the Ramblers is hurt. I can't get the number. And that is Zacharias. And the Tigers have it in the zone. 13 seconds in the period. Out in front it comes. Oh, right past Ottaviani. Stick had an empty net. And the Ramblers are going to clear it down the length of the ice. This should do it for the period. No icing as the Ramblers are shorthanded here. And the buzzer sounds. And at the end of 1, it is the Erie Cathedral Prep Ramblers 2 and the Moon Tigers nothing here at the Airport Ice Arena. Bear in mind, though, the Tigers have 52 seconds of that power play starting the second period.
Yeah, very interesting for 17 minutes. The Tigers coming out very hot in that first 10 minutes, and then just something happened, and it really was I don't want to give it too much on luck, but those first 2 were pretty lucky for Cathedral Prep. It was the right bounce, right place, right time, which a lot of goals are anyway, but especially that second one, the way that wrapped around and careened off the boards to the perfect angle. But the Tigers since then have done nothing to help them their own cause, as they've been sitting in the penalty box for much of the better part of the remaining 7 minutes of the first period.
Point well taken, Matt. You take away the penalties, the Tigers are in a scoreless game, or maybe a 1-goal game, but penalties have definitely hurt the Tigers. And a few of those penalties were not such wise penalties. They were, if the Tigers had a choice and thought about it, they probably chose not to do what they did. But you can't go back.
Just if you're just tuning in, our scoring recap, the carry with 2 of the goals in the 2 goals of this first period. 10:09, the carry scoring William Kelly and Ziegler getting the assists. And at 9:38, the first goal, the carry from Ziegler and Orkin. And the Tigers 4 penalties in the first period.
4. And they were
4
down
of them.
1 2-man advantage for the Ramblers. We're underway here, period number 2 at the Airport Ice Arena. Tigers on the power play for another 45 as Biani sets up behind his own net as I hear screams of go. And Biani now skating it out. Headman pass here for Fortwanger. Drops it off there to Lang. Lang tried to go back to Fortwanger. Too far for him. Ottaviani picks it up behind the net. Out to Lang. Lang, top of the circle, hits a boot. Right over to Hart. Hits the side of the net. Lang now hustles over to the point. Crossed ice to Biani. Biani keeps it in nicely on the backhand. Down the boards to Hart. Hart on the half board. Gets checked there by Kelly, but it comes across the line. Lang cranks one off. That just goes wide. Backhander missed by Ottaviani. Comes right out to Lang, and he gives it away to the Ramblers. Joe Kelly can't do anything with it. He gives it right back to Lang, but the Tigers have to regroup as it goes out to center ice. Power plays over. The Ramblers have killed off their penalty. Back to even strength.
Great job by the Tigers to give themselves even an opportunity there. And like what you see on the power play there for that first 40 seconds or so of this period number 2.
Yeah, once they got it set up, they were moving the puck nicely and following it up. So here we go. The Tigers trying to work it out of his own. Hart can't control. Comes right back to him, though. Center ice. Tried to get it up to Sell. Sorry, that was Houston. And Houston is just one stride offsides. The puck actually hit Bill Kelly, and Houston would have had that in stride, but he kept on going, and the puck was just a little bit behind him. So face-off at the Rambler blue line. 15:39, period number 2. 2-0 Cathedral Prep. Tigers knock it in deep. Houston walking in behind the D, gets it over to Handlovich. Handlovich dumps it in behind the Rambler net. It hit the boards on a weird angle, comes out and bounces over Murphy's stick. Here comes Faulkner. Faulkner makes a move. Nice play by Kurtze to take the puck off his stick, and Handlovich can't get it out. Right up to the Ramblers at the blue line. Shot goes wide. Brandon Lang, nice no-look pass to Handlovich. Handlovich hits the blue line, tries to make a move around Brent Cox. Handlovich goes in after it. Hart takes it. I'm sorry, that's a shot there by Lang on a wraparound, and Faulkner makes a save. The Tigers relentless on the forecheck and almost paid off in a goal, but we'll have a face-off deep in the Ramblers' end of the ice. Hart loses that face-off to Ogika. And up it comes to Zacharias. He's okay. In behind the D. Backhand goes up over everybody into the netting, and the face-off will come outside the zone, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, he just put too much on that one and lifted it up and over everything.
Now, I find it, and some people say, oh, man, he got that up for a backhand. Sometimes it's easier to get the backhand up in the air, and that one got up a little bit too much. And one thing I'm noticing is Cathedral Prep, they're winning the majority of the face-offs here. And they have the puck again inside the Tiger zone. They work it down low. Shot there goes wide off the backhand shot by Elliott. Elliott goes back after it. Sends it behind the boards. The Tigers trying to work it up the far side. Luke James can't get it. But Sala does. Puts it through the paint to the near side. Nick Hart up along the boards, tries to get it up high. Nice keep there by White. And the Tigers will send it down. Icing's waved off. It's a free puck. Luke James, little Luke James, we remember from last year, he's not afraid to put his body in anybody. And Luke looks like he's put on a little bit of size.
Yes. That maturation process I was talking about earlier.
Here comes Elliott out of the zone. Passes up. Biani intercepts that along the boards in front of the Tiger bench. Hart will dump it back in. The Tigers go for a change. Behind the Rambler bench, or net. Taken away there by Ottaviani. He walks in. Shot. Faulkner looking behind him, but he has it in the pads on a sharp angle. Shot by Alex Ottaviani at 13:30 of the second.
You always know it's a good shot selection when the goaltender looks behind them. And it was a good shot selection to go 5-hole there, but very lucky to hang on to that one for Faulkner. And Tigers going to get a face-off here in the zone.
And once again, the Ramblers win the face-off. It's going to be Schlosser trying to whip it around the boards. They finally will work its way out of the zone. Biani near his own blue line. He'll put it off the boards in front of the Tiger bench. Scott now hands it off to Ottaviani into the far corner, looking for Fortwangler in front. There's going to be a slashing call, I believe, against the Ramblers. Slap shot there by Biani. The Ramblers touch up. The whistle blows. And one of the Ramblers is going to go sit for two, see what the signal is. He's motioning the player off, but haven't saw what the call is. Call roughing on Bill Kelly.
This is a great opportunity for the Tigers. They've looked good, especially those last 40 seconds of their last power play. They looked good. Once they were setting it up, they were moving the puck well in the zone and getting them an opportunity to try to slice this lead in half. 13:05 to go, second period, and down by 2.
Nice win there for the Tigers on the faceoff. Luke James gets it back to Kurtze, back to Luke James in the near corner. James comes up on the half board, goes over to Kurtze, one-timer, shot in, scored! Trey Kurtze from the blue line, a power play goal by Trey Kurtze. Nice give there by Luke James to set him up. And the Tigers on the board with the power play with 12:53 remaining in the second. It's 2-1.
Oh, the sound of the ringing of the pipe as that one was top shelf, upper right side, and blew it by Faulkner, slicing that lead in half, as I mentioned, and a huge power play goal for the Tigers, and one they desperately needed right back into this one. It's a 1-goal game.
2-1 now.
What a shot from the blue line.
Kurtze, I can say it, his first goal of the season. First goal for the Tigers this year. Puck off the faceoff, hits one of the players on the Rambler bench. Just one assist to Luke James.
James and Sell. Joe Sell got the other.
Joe Sell got the other
one.
Okay, good deal.
Joe Sell, freshman for the Tigers, contributing, getting his first point of his varsity career. Congratulations. Big moment for him.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Tigers from behind the net. Put it right in on Faulkner, and he has to make the save there. The Tigers get a little charge in their step here.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Alex Ottaviani put a little bit more gusto, if you will, on that shot. He kind of pushed it in onto the crest of Faulkner, and maybe if there would have been a little bit more behind that, that would have been a little bit more interesting than a really routine save for Faulkner to make.
Well, it's like I used to tell the kids when I coached, there's no such thing as a bad shot, and 100% of the shots that you don't take are not going in the net. Off the face.
Wayne Gretzky paraphrasing?
Well, I don't know. Off the face-off, icing Ramblers. So with 12:23, we're going to deja vu and do it all over again. That's paraphrasing.
Yes. Tigers spending a lot of time in the Cathedral prep zone once again.
Ramblers working it out of the zone. We got a hand pass. I was going to wonder when the whistle was going to come.
That's one where they don't have a good grip on the whistle. The officials do. They have to re-grip.
Yeah. Hand pass on the Ramblers. The faceoff will be inside the Rambler zone, maybe 4 or 5 feet inside the blue line on the near side. Braden Lang will try to win that faceoff, and the Ramblers win another one. They'll clear it out to center ice. Set it down. Nice give there. And here comes Emerson into the zone. Little give and go. Shot just goes wide off Eliason's stick. Tigers working out of the zone now. James, 2-on-1 for the Tigers, and a missed pass there by Hart. Picked up there by Kurtze. Nice play off the boards. He gets it back, but he gives it right to Bill Kelly. Kelly brings it in. Now it should have been offsides. It is as the whistle blows. Kelly picks it up again on the Ramblers.
Yeah, I think the officials are on a radio delay.
Yeah, a 3-second delay. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. But again, same thing. Tigers having a 2-on-1 coming into the zone there. And they just seem like they're unsure about passing it. They need to be more aggressive with their passing to make sure that they're going to get it to a teammate and not turn the puck over like they did in that game.
Yeah, he partially fanned on that. That's why the turnover. Tigers now have the puck in the zone. Ramblers take it away. Here they come. 2-on-3 as the Ramblers come into the zone. Nice play there by Hart to take it. I'm sorry, that's Sell to take it away, but he couldn't get it out of the zone. And Oken will send it behind the Tiger net. Picked up by Biani. Justin Biani off a boot right to one of the Ramblers. And that's Ziegler will send it wide off the glass. Handlovich bounces it off the boards. The Tigers can't get it out. Nice keep there by the Ramblers. Off a stick, goes into the near corner. Around the boards it goes. Handlovich goes over after it. Everybody fans on it. Comes right to one of the Tigers. Now down into the corner. To Oken. Put it around the boards. Bodies go flying.
Yeah, I think Cathedral Prep was trying to buy a call there.
Yeah. Here comes Biani up the ice, right through the middle. And it's going to be a delayed offsides. Tigers touch up, but the Ramblers have it. Coming out of their own zone. Off the boards it goes. Behind the D. Nice play by Biani to get back behind the play and take Ziegler out. And Kurtze comes over to pick up the puck. Here come the Tigers. 3-on-2 down the ice. Ottaviani has Scott going to the net. Ottaviani shoots. Pad save by Faulkner out to the blue line. And the Tigers can't keep it in. And the Ramblers come up 3-on-3. Joe Kelly pulls up at the blue line. Walks across the blue line. Has an open man on the face-off dot on the far side. And the shot goes wide and all the way out the center circle. They go D to D. And very close. That's too many men on the ice. No call there. Ramblers had about 8 guys on the ice, and they played it in front of their own net, and they got away with it.
And assistant coach Craig Bioni's yelling. He's the one. He saw it all the way, and he's yelling right now at the officials that they missed the call.
Oh, absolutely. He's absolutely right. The Ramblers now have it in their own zone. The Tigers on the forecheck. Austin Murphy with the puck. 9:40 remaining here in the second in a 2-1 game. Ramblers on top. It's Tigers on the forecheck, but coming away with it is Ogika. He'll get it out to center ice, and Murphy will dump it right back in. The Tigers have to tag up, and it's a delay. Lang didn't time it right, and then the Ramblers will pick up the puck, and now here comes Luke James in after it. Too late as the Ramblers clear it down to center ice. Emerson, 1-on-3, walking in. He shoots it off the face mask of Durkin. Out to the blue line, blocked out in front by Murphy. Heston Bryant tried to headman pass just a little bit too far for James, and the Ramblers go right back the other way. It's end-to-end hockey here as the Ramblers clear it out of the zone. Is that off a stick and face off at center?
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and Murphy was very lucky he was there because Durkin had no idea where the puck was. He was looking behind him. He thought it was possibly in the back of the net, but Murphy knocking that one down in front, keeping this a 1-goal game. 8:58 to play before we headed to the intermission. And
the faceoff will come outside the zone for the Tigers, and the Ramblers win that one back clean. So far, it goes all the way back into Ramblers ice. Off of Kurtze's boot. Right in on Vickery. He has 2 already. He shoot that one. And right into the crest of Ryan Durkin. That was off the stick of Zacharias. And Durkin will hold that one. 8:45 remaining.
Yeah, this game has kind of taken a completely different complexion here in the second period. A lot more back and forth action.
Off the face-off, the Ramblers get the puck toward the net. Out to the point it comes. Knocked down by the Tigers. Nice play there by Murphy. Murphy circles behind his own net now, being chased by Vickery. Murphy puts the Jets on, and he's going to skate around everybody out to center ice. Down the wing, one on the entire world. He shoots it in on Faulkner, and the Tigers get the rebound out by the blue line. Back to Murphy. Murphy at the face-off dot. Off the boot of William Kelly. And the Ramblers have it, and they're just going to lift it out. A Murphy dump to center ice. Kurtze hustles over after it, and he's going to take the puck in his own zone. Kurtze behind his own net. Off the window, around the boards. And Konaseski can't control the puck. Goes right to Kurtze, crossed ice. And he finds one of the Tigers, that's Maxson. And they're battling there in front of the Rambler bench. Across the blue line, and the Ramblers come away with a 2-on-1 down low, 3-on-1. Durkin with the save. It bounces out. The Tigers get the rebound. And we got a high stick. Violation here. It's not a penalty. It's just a violation.
But you know what? I love that violation there. Get the puck out of the net. The Tigers had nobody in the zone at that time. He was the only one in the zone. Get the puck out of the net. Live to fight another day. I like that violation there.
Yeah, and the Tigers were trapped. They were out there for an extended shift, so they get to change up their troops. Down to 7:38 remaining. Goes right in on Durkin. He just kind of guides that one toward the corner, and the Ramblers go after it. Nice work there by Biani. He's bumped by two Ramblers, and they bring it behind the Tiger net, try to wrap it around, cut off neatly by Sell. They go across the ice to the point. Open man. He just wrists it toward the net, and the Tigers will pick that up. Can't do anything with it behind the net. Three Ramblers down low. It's out in front. It comes out to the point and center ice. Here comes Josh Scott behind the D. Walking in on the goalie. Faulkner, backhand. Faulkner makes a save on Josh Scott, and the Ramblers avoid another one there on an odd man break.
Scott couldn't get his skates underneath him. He was kind of off balance the whole way he was going down the ice. He had a one-on-one opportunity, but he just couldn't set his skates underneath him, and that was the reason why he couldn't really get off a great shot. He was able to, at the last second, get a backhand shot off, but it was really easy, routine save for Faulkner to make.
But actually, sometimes the goalie's ready for that hard shot and that change-up, so to speak. Sometimes that sneaks in the 5-hole. So the puck goes into the Tiger bench, so we have a face-off at center ice. And once again, Ramblers win another one. Walking it up. Here comes Elliott across the blue line. Nice poke check there by the Tigers. And here comes Luke James trying to avoid the check. He throws it to the center circle. Nice play there by Hart and taken away by Parks. And Hart,
huge hit by Hart. Oh, my goodness.
Hart parked Parks into the board. Lang off a boot of Ogika. And the Tigers now with a push. Faulkner makes a save right at the post, and he holds on as the Tigers making a push to tie this one. And Faulkner shovels it out of his blocker, his trapper, toward the referee, and we'll have a face-off with 6:27 remaining here in the second.
Now, this is the Tiger team we saw for the first 10 minutes of the first period. And to be honest with you, Cathedral Prep just seems back on their heels right now. They really are unsure what to do with the puck. They've gotten opportunities, but they haven't been able to settle things down offensively like they were in the first period.
Tigers win a huge face-off, and Hart puts it toward the net. Faulkner makes a save and couldn't hold it. Rebound comes right back to Sell, and he puts it toward the net. Faulkner will hold on to that one. According to my calculations, the Tigers have taken over the lead on the shots, but still trail by one on the scoreboard. So that's where it counts. 6:19 remaining here in the second. 2-1 Ramblers. Tigers win another face-off, and it's Handlovich toward the net, and it's underneath Faulkner as he does make snow angels, and he holds on to the puck. And again, the Tigers shoveling it toward the net.
One of the most biggest mysteries of this place is how can it be so cold in this building and still the ice not be able to hold up for 2 full periods. There are snow mountains around the goal right now. Again,
the Tigers starting to win the face-off battle again. Another face-off win, another shot on goal. We'll have another face-off, 6:09, and this last minute is ticked by slowly. Shot right off the face-off, blocked out in front. And the Tigers, another shot goes wide off the stick of Sell. This freshman is making a name for himself here in the first game. Tigers working for it hard behind the net. Finally, the Ramblers dig it out. Here they come out to center ice. It's Sala up, just shoveled in toward Durkin. He calmly covers that one up with the blocker and stick, and we'll have a face-off with 5:44 remaining in the second.
Line changes for both teams taking place now, and I believe this looks like Ramblers' first line, and that's been the one that done all of the damage, not only in this game, but in this season for the Ramblers. Their first line contributing all 4 goals that they've scored this year.
The Tigers come away with the puck after the face-off. Ottaviani along the boards. It pops up into the air, and the Ramblers, Cox didn't know where it was. Ottaviani backhands it in deep. White for the Ramblers has the puck taken away by Ottaviani. Behind net, sets up Furtwängler. Shot right in on Faulkner. Doesn't know where it's at, and the goal's waved off. There's a scrum in front, and the net's pushed all the way back to the backboards. The official adamantly waving off the goal, but Furtwängler and Ottaviani working hard there, and I'm telling you, that puck was in the net, but I'm sure the whistle blew before it went in.
Oh, man, you're talking about if this is at a different level of hockey right now,
We're
New
reviewing
York's
it.
calling because, this one is going to be interesting. But, the official, and right now Scott Kabutka wants an explanation on the Tiger bench because the whole bench saw the puck go in.
It was in.
And then the puck go off the moorings, and it looked like puck was in the net before the net was off the moorings. Officials disagree, and the Tigers are going to have to put another one in if they want to knot this up.
That was an excellent give and go by Ottaviani and Fort Wangler there, and almost ended up in the net. Josh Scott now goes after it, taken away by White. Whoops it around the boards. Fort Wangler can't control it, taken away by the Ramblers. Kurtze at center ice. We'll dump it back in. Tigers tag up. Scott in hard after it behind the net. Comes all the way out to the blue line. Right to Trey Kurtze. Dumps it right back in. And one of the Ramblers is hurt. And that is John Ogika. No, I'm sorry. It's 18, not 8. That's Brett Cox.
Cox, a junior for the Ramblers.
He makes his way to the bench. And whistle blows, and we'll have a face-off inside the Rambler zone with 4:53 remaining in a 2-1 contest. And
this game's really evened out here in the second period, Al. It's really evened out.
The momentum has shifted several times, and right now you got to say that the Tigers have the mo.
Yeah.
Tigers with a nice pinch in there by Murphy. Hart can't come up with the puck, and here come the Ramblers. Skating hard out of the zone. 3-on-2 as they come into the zone. Come across the ice. Nice play there by the Tigers to knock the puck away. And here comes the Tigers. Lang getting it behind the net. Luke James walking in. He shoots. Not much on the shot. And the Tigers have the rebound. Taken away by the Ramblers. They whip it around the boards to the weak side. Over to get it is Ziegler. Good forecheck there by Hart. It hits Hart along the boards. He has the puck. He sends it toward the net. Backhand in front in the slot. Picked up by the Tigers. Lang, what a move there, and he lost control of the puck. But it was a great move. Ramblers now just content to get it up to the Tiger blue line, and they go D to D. Biani now looks for Kurtze. Backhanding, and he does go to Kurtze. Intercepted. Kurtze gets it right back, though. At his own blue line, off the boards, hands it off to Lang. Lang will just dump it in. Kurtze goes after it. Out to the blue line, nobody there.
Terrific
Here comes
shift
Oaken.
by
2-on-1 for the Ramblers. Nice play there by Biani to take Zacharias off his skates. The Ramblers set it up in front. Tigers will whip it down the length of the ice. This will be icing Tigers, but a good icing for the Tigers as they were started running around in their own zone a little bit with 3:34 remaining.
I was going to say, terrific shift by Bryden Lang. Really good shift. It started in the defensive zone. We're making a great play to get it in front for a great opportunity. It was leading the way, trying to make that initial shot was Hart, or Luke James was the one who was trying to make that initial shot, and it was a terrific job by Lang to get it ahead to Hart. Unfortunately, you mentioned not enough on the shot, but what a shift by Bryden Lang.
Off the face-off, Bill Kelly puts it right in on Durkin. He makes a save, and we'll do it again. Right back to Kelly again. This time he shoots it wide of the net. Hustling over to go get it is Schlosser. Puts it in on Durkin. He whips that around. Biani has it behind the net. Now it's up against the netting, and the face-off will be, are they saying outside the zone? I believe it is. Yeah. So they're saying the Ramblers put it up on the net from behind, and the faceoff will come outside the zone. 3:17 remaining in a 2-1 game. And the Ramblers win another faceoff. It's Bill Kelly. He'll just dump it in around the boards. Handlovich goes over after it. He can't control it as he was checked there by Zacharias, and the puck off of Handlovich and out of play. And I think this time the faceoff's going to be inside the Tiger zone.
Oh, a lot of pucks finding their way over the glass tonight, more than normal.
You got to remember this: the glass here isn't real high. So Tigers win a face-off. Can they get it out of the zone? Nice work there, and they do. They work it out. And here comes Josh Scott. 2-on-2 as they come into the zone. Ottaviani going to the net shot. Oh, I thought that went in and went up over. Good shot there by Josh Scott as he had Ottaviani going for the rebound, but here comes Bill Kelly for the Ramblers, splitting the D. Nice play there by Sell, and he put it in on his own net. Durkin makes a save, Net's knocked off the moorings, and we'll have another face-off, and we're under 3 to go here in the second.
Sell blew a tire. He was skating backwards, trying to make a great play on Kelly, and he really did. He slowed him down because Kelly was ahead of steam, splitting the defense, but blew a tire and ended up the puck ended up ricocheting off of Sell's stick and then going in on Durkin, and Durkin did have to make the save before everybody collided and knocking the net off the moorings.
I'm telling you, I'm really impressed by this Joe Sell. I know he played in the organization last year for Moon, but he's some kind of player. Lang now trying to get behind the D for the Tigers. Doesn't happen. And Emerson gets it up ahead to Faulkner. Faulkner, slap shot from top of the circle, goes high and wide. Emerson goes back after it. Double team, but Emerson comes away with the puck, walks right in toward the net. Shot goes off a boot and into the far corner, and Eliason goes out to the point. Bounces off his stick, and Alex Ottaviani can't control it. And to center ice it comes off the window, and it's Austin Murphy. Murphy, shot. That's blocked aside and out of play. And we'll have another face-off, just a couple ticks, over 2 minutes remaining here in the second.
I don't want to say the Tigers should get complacent and be happy going into the locker room 2-1, but it would not be the worst-case scenario here. If you could tie this game up and go in tied, that's the preferred. But the Tigers have played 10 times better than they did in those final 7 minutes of the first period, and you just don't want it to all go to waste in these final 2 minutes. You need to play smart and not try to really overcome everything in the next 2 minutes. You don't have to.
A shot by Kurtze, redirected there by Houston, and it almost beat Faulkner. He had to make a good save there. And the Tigers are making some good shots and making the Ramblers work here in a 2-1 game.
Faulkner has to be sweating. He's been very busy this period.
Another shot that was going behind the net, and Houston just bumps it in behind. Luke James couldn't control it. Picked up there by Parks. Christopher Parks, the freshman. Whips it around the boards. And Joe Kelly will pick it up for the Ramblers, gets it up ahead, and gives it right to Trey Kurtze. Kurtze, the goal getter for the Tigers. Headman pass here for Hart. Getting behind the D, he'll just dump it in as Kelly picks it up in the corner in his own zone, whips it around the boards, held in there by Biani. Biani fakes a shot, goes half board, taken off his stick, off a Lang stick, and right over to Biani. It gives it over to Kurtze at center ice, and that's intercepted by Vickery. Kurtze picks up, walks it in. We're under a minute to go. And that popped up over the net and almost in off the defenseman. Kurtze almost had it go in and avoided his stick, and he sends it through the paint. Lang now sends it toward the net, and Faulkner has to make the save there. We're under 45 to go here in the second period. And finally, the Ramblers get it out of the zone and hit one of the players on the Tiger bench, and we'll have a face-off at center ice, just outside the blue line in front of the Tiger bench with 38.2 seconds remaining here in the second.
A lot of fast action, a lot of up and down the ice here in the second period, and it's a fast 38 seconds, but it's one that could change the complexion of this game very quickly, and another big win for Cathedral Prep getting a face-off win.
They chase it down. Ziegler goes into the corner. Ottaviani bangs him there in the corner. Him and Josh Scott go after it. Now, Tigers outnumbering the Ramblers, and it comes out to the point. Ziegler now comes across to Bill Kelly. Bill Kelly shoots it, knocked down in front. Ramblers can't get a stick on it, and here comes Houston. Houston gets it up to center ice, no further. Intercepted by the Tigers at center circle by Houston, taken away by Oken. Brings it across. Whoa, they called onside on that. I thought that was offsides as the buzzer blows, and broken, I was going to say lumber, but broken composite all over the ice in front of the Tiger net. But at the end of 2, it is Cathedral Prep 2 and the Moon Tigers 1. And we'll be right back here on the Champ Sports Network for intermission report and a whole bunch more.
Hi, I'm Charlie Batch from the Best of the Batch Foundation. Follow your favorite WPIHL team anywhere you go this season. Champ Sports Network mobile app from iPhone or Android, powered by Sport Engine. Just research Sport NGIN on your app store and get access to scores, standings, and stats. Even upload pictures and videos. Sports Engine app from Champ Sports Network. Champions play here.
This is Dale Pazinski, and this is how I live United. I volunteer with United Way, helping the homeless in my community by teaching computer skills and helping them build a basic resume to save on their very own USB drive. It's huge when somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Looking for promotional products? JR Advertising has been building relationships and creating quality solutions for customers for over 30 years. We're excited to devise solutions to your marketing, promotion, and recognition challenges. Whether you're looking for a specific item or just browsing for ideas, our site is your one-stop shopping source. Visit us online at jradspec.com for more information. That's jradspec.com. JR Advertising. We don't compete, we create.
Hi, I'm Charlie Batch from the Best of the Batch Foundation. Follow your favorite WPIHL team anywhere you go this season. Champ Sports Network mobile app from iPhone or Android, powered by Sport Engine. Just research Sport NGIN on your app store and get access to scores, standings, and stats. Even upload pictures and videos. Sports Engine app from Champ Sports Network. Champions play here. This is Charlie Batch, and you're listening to Champ Sports Network, where champions are heard.
It's the almost famous Champ Sports Network Intermission Report. Welcome back to the frozen tundra of the Airport Ice Arena. 2-1 our score. Cathedral Prep leading the Moon Tigers in our inaugural PIHL high school hockey game of the week. Back alongside Al Lesh, I'm Matt Fargo. Thanks for making us a part of your Thursday night. This is the lid lifter for us in the PIHL, and the lid lifter for the NHL. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins getting their season underway, and looked really good to start. They went up 2-0, and now they're in a good one just as much as we are in a good one here. It's 3-3, and now the update, it's 6-3. So the Penguins, they dropped the 2-goal lead, and now it's 6-3. That's what refreshing does, Al. It's amazing what refreshing can do for
I love refresh.
Well, in this one, boy, such an interesting contest. We've seen almost every facet of hockey, every style of play. I do like, if you're looking from the Tiger side of things, a lot less dump and chase, a lot more control entering the zone. I think that's been helping them with the shot selection, which has been extremely good, especially in that second period. But the other side of things, it's defensively. There's bodies in front of the net. Durkin isn't being asked to do everything like he was so much of last year.
Oh, a lot of block shots for the Tigers. And Matt, the thing it's impressing me is the Tigers' forecheck. I've never seen a Tiger team forecheck the way they're forechecking tonight. They've had opportunity after opportunity off that forecheck, and in years past, they would dump the puck. One guy would go in after it, and if he got it, great. If he didn't, oh well, they come back and play defense. Yep. This year, they're sending two guys in, forechecking like a banshee, and many times turning the puck over and making the other team turn it over, and Tigers end up with a scoring opportunity. So there you have it. I mean, the Tigers showing with the many legs that they have on the bench, that's the kind of game that they can play. And against a quality team, against Erie Cathedral Prep, they're showing that it can work.
Intermission reports brought to you by JR Advertising, proud sponsor of high school sports across the Champ Sports Network platform. And now presenting the game's first intermission summary, as we'll give you through these first two periods on what took place if you're just tuning in. In the first period, it was really an interesting, scoreless, just short of 10 minutes of play, where the Tigers were really dominating, putting pucks on the net. They looked good, but at the same time, so did Cathedral Prep. They were getting opportunities. They just weren't going in at the time. Well, at 9:38 of the first period, Erie Cathedral Prep's Richard Vicari would score the game's first goal. Ziegler and Orkin get the assists. Orcon, I beg your pardon, get the assist, and it's 1-0 Cathedral Prep. Then, just seconds later at 10:09, Vicari gets his second of the game. William Kelly and Steven Ziegler get the assist, and it's 2-0. And we've seen this program before, Al, where it's 2-0, and it's almost subconsciously built in your mind. Oh, here we go again with the way things have played out in the past with this Rambler squad. But the Tigers, they are at the pen in their hand, if you will, as far as being able to write this script on how this story will end, at least in tonight's game. And in the second period, the Tigers turned the tide. It seems like that two-goal lead was an 8-goal lead up until the 4:07 mark of period number 2, when Trey Kurtze scores a power play goal. Luke James and Joe Sell the assist. Joe Sell marking that he scores his first point, or first assist rather, and point in his varsity career. Congratulations to freshman Joe Sell. That's hard to do at the varsity level as a freshman.
In your first game.
In your first game, absolutely. So that's your scoring summary. Shots on goal officially, according to the PIHL, they have Erie Cathedral Prep with 12 and Moon with 10, but I think they might have missed about 45 shots or so. What do you have?
After the first period, they announced that it was 12-7 in favor of Erie Cathedral Prep.
And here we go. No, I
refresh.
How about that? Let's update that for you. Moon with 29 and Erie Cathedral Prep with 16. That sounds more like it. How far away from that were you?
Actually, I had Erie Cathedral Prep with 16, and I had Moon with 21. So they were.
Oh, they were a little bit more generous.
So
normally you're more generous.
Yeah.
In everything that you do.
What that means is that Moon had
19 shots.
Yeah.
No, more than that. 23 shots.
Well, they had 22 altogether, so they had my math is horrible. 15 shots in the second period alone. So
yeah.
Wow. That tells you what. Well, you attribute a lot of that. A lot of the first period, the Tigers played short. The second half of the first period, they played shorthanded. So, hence all the shots for
29.
Oh, 29.
29 over. This is interesting.
So it's 22 shots in the second period for Moon. So wow. Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen it that high.
No,
not in recent memory anyway. We do want to update you too. When we were headed to commercial to go to the break, there was an unsportsmanlike penalty on Cathedral Prep. So the Tigers are going to get a fresh sheet of ice and 2 minutes on the power play to begin the third and final period of play. Talk about a gift wrapped up and boxed up very neatly by the Ramblers from Cathedral Prep.
Yeah, Doran Ocon. I'm hoping I'm saying Doran's last name right. But he must have said something to one of the officials, because he got an unsportsmanlike conduct after the buzzer. So that's at the period end. And thank you, Doran.
Yeah,
if you're a Tiger fan.
If you're a Tiger fan, for sure. You talked about the forecheck. We talked about the Tigers being able to do some big things in the offensive zone and settling the puck down and doing a little bit less of the dump and not necessarily so much chase. They are chasing the puck when they are dumping it into the zone. But the other big thing that separates period 1 from period 2 is the Tigers didn't take any penalties. They took 4 in the first period, which was the marquee story, if you will, of that first period. And in the second period, it was Cathedral Prep taking 2. One of them cost them this game, slicing the lead in half, 2-1. So if the Tigers can play mistake-free hockey and keep out of the sin bin here in the third period, they're going to make this very interesting in the third. Both of these teams with these coaching staffs are terrific at adapting at the intermission and changing things up. Cathedral Prep, we've seen it. When they come into a game in the third period, they have the tendency to blow it wide open with a couple adjustments. The Tigers need to be able to be prepared and weather that storm and almost come up with a game plan similar to try to do the same thing to Cathedral Prep.
Well, Cathedral Prep, I mean, enough said there. I mean, it's a class organization, and they don't reset. They just kind of retool and away they go, and it's kind of like the Bishop Cannon down in Pittsburgh area. The Tigers, they traditional, they go through the rotation and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
The one advantage that I like for the Tigers this year is Coach Biani back on the bench.
Yeah.
He's not the head coach. He's not wearing the big hat, but he's on the bench, and his hockey knowledge, coaching in college level and longtime coach here at Moon, I think his calmness, and he can bring the team together. He has that ability, which every head coach needs. Coach Kabaka can take that from Coach Biani and go from there. We are underway here, period number 2. Thanks for joining us at the intermission report. Tigers on that power play as they're trying to work the puck down low. Fort Wangler down in the corner trying to get it to Ottaviani. He does behind the net. Ottaviani being hounded there by Bill Kelly. Ottaviani goes down. Kelly trying to dig the puck out. Fort Wangler comes over and digs it out into the far corner. Has an open man at the point. Good play there by Kelly to take it away and come up the ice. 3-on-2 as they come. Headman pass there to Joe Kelly. The Tigers flip it back to center ice, and the Tigers can't get anything going here. Fort Wangler can't gather it in. Joe Kelly will dump it in. Biani has the puck. Gives it up to Hart. Hart now circles behind his own net. Has a minute 10 to go here in the man advantage. Goes back the other way, being hounded here by the Ramblers. And Hart gets it back on a give and go. Down the far wing, Kelly takes him down. Sprawled out on the ice. The puck goes in behind the Rambler net. Fort Wangler now whacks it around, nothing doing. A little Murphy dump pass comes right down on Durkin. Hustling after it is Zacharias. He's going to get there first in the far corner. Little help by the Tigers as Houston comes over. He can't get it. But Kelly now, or Lang now coming up the ice for the Tigers. Kurtze going to the net. I'm sorry, that was Houston. He had an empty net, and the puck went right through his legs, just missed the stick, and here come the Ramblers back the other way, shorthanded.
Oh, you don't get more wide open than that. Jeez,
no.
That's a tough one.
Off the rebound. It's Emerson now behind the Tiger net. Kurtze pinches him off. The puck comes loose. Houston comes over and picks it up, and he's going to skate out of the zone. Under 10 to go in the power play. Luke James will dump it in deep and go after it, trying to get around White. White gets the puck out to the point. Kurtze has it. Power play's over. White wrists one toward the net, just goes wide. Austin Murphy picks it up down low into the corner. Still carrying behind the Rambler net. Sets it up in front. Off the pads behind the net. Josh Scott out at the point will pinch in to get it. He'll dump it in deep. Luke James behind the net. Tigers have it. They lose it. And here comes the Ramblers now. It's Eliason with the puck. Comes across the blue line. Right in on Durkin. He has to make the save. And Lang now gets it up to the blue line, but not out. Now it bounces out of the zone. Here come the Tigers. Nick Hart. He shoots it off a leg. Just goes wide and high. Lang now with the puck on the far side. Dumps it in deep. Couple of Tigers making a change. Ramblers send it down the length of the ice. Icing is waved off. Durkin will set it up.
Tigers coming out and not overskating the puck, and that's very important early here in the third period. You want to save your legs. Prep did a great job on the PK there, and here they come into their zone.
Vickery going for that hat trick. He shoots that one off a stick up into the netting. 13:50 remaining here in the third.
Did you play the 50-50?
No, I did not.
Oh, boy. You would have won tonight.
Yeah, that was probably my number. Face-off at the top of the face-off circle. Ramblers win that. They'll just dump it in deep. Heston Bryant with the puck. He lifts it back for Sell. Sell goes around the boards. Held in at the blue line by Parks. Send it in deep. In the corner is Sala. Sets it up and intercepted by Hart. Here comes 3-on-2 for the Tigers. Headman pass to Lang. Too far for him, but he catches up to it. Sends it in. Sharp angle, but right in on Faulkner. Has to make the save. And they cleared up the center ice. Look out here. It's Elliott. Puts it in on Durkin. He makes the save. Tigers have it up the far wing now. End-to-end hockey. And Otto Vianney is brought down, and the Ramblers send it back the Tigers' way. Hart up at center ice. He's got to come after that. It's Eliason. I'm sorry, that was Oken. Takes the hit. Here come the Tigers, 3-on-2. Trickles one in on Faulkner. And the Tigers can't control the puck, and Oken will send it in deep. Kurtze goes after it. Past everybody, out the center ice. Gathered in by Schlosser for the Ramblers. And here comes Bill Kelly across the Tiger blue line. Has Zacharias going to the net, and Kelly sends it wide out to the point. And blocked aside off slap shot by Scott, and that's going to go out of play. And I believe the faceoff's going to come outside the zone again. 12-18 in third period and a one-goal game.
Going back to the intermission, did that seem 10 times shorter
to
you?
Did.
I don't know if that's something that they did in the PIHL league-wide. I wouldn't mind it.
No.
I think that's a good thing, but just
it did. It seemed like 10 minutes or something, yeah. Usually it's 20.
Yeah.
From the point, shot is blocked out in front. Murphy can't control it. Emerson now goes cross ice. Bill Kelly shoots that one off a stick, goes wide. Faulkner now sends it toward the net. All the way across ice. And Hanaseski can't control the puck, and Eliason will pick it up at his own blue line, and looking around, goes cross ice to Schlosser. Up ahead to Emerson, comes right to Murphy's stick, and Eliason will pick it up in stride. He'll shoot that one high and wide of Durkin. And the puck goes into the far corner. Lang goes around the boards. Faulkner's going to pick it up in the corner for the Ramblers and comes out to Hanlovich. Hanlovich can't control the puck. Hanlovich gets it back and clears the zone. Out to Eliason, will dump it in. Durkin settles it down. Both teams making some line changes here. Austin Murphy skating out of his zone. He gets pulled down. No,
oh, man.
I can't. Oh,
there
he got it. He got it.
My goodness.
And Vickery touches up, and Murphy was flying out of the zone. And I believe Joe Kelly is pleading his case, but you got to call that when the stick hits a skate and the skater goes down.
Right in front of the official.
And
it was just because he was on the half board there, and
he couldn't get his hand up.
Get his arm up, yeah.
Okay. The turkey is set. Tigers with the man advantage to tie this one up here in the third. Fort Wanger with the puck. He hands it right to the Ramblers, and Biani now has it at his own blue line. Makes a move around one through center circle. Biani skates it into the zone. Looks over situation, drops it back to Lang. Lang tried to go back to Biani, and the Ramblers off the stick of Cox will send it down the other way. Hart now has to hustle back after it. Vickery after him. Lang now has it for the Tigers. Off the back of the cage. Lang goes over and picks it up. Minute 25 remaining in the power play. And it goes all the way back to White for the Ramblers, who's going to send it back the other way. Down the length of the ice. Biani now loses it in his feet, turns around, picks up, and goes the other way. Leaving Vickery in his mist. Here comes Biani now off the stick of Hart. Biani puts it around the boards. Houston can't get it, but it goes right to one of the Tigers. And that's Lang. He fans on it. And Vickery walking in behind the D. Look out here. Vickery, nice play by Hart to knock the puck off of Vickery's stick. And the Tigers coming back the other way. 3-on-2. Josh Scott with the puck, looking for Houston. Houston on the backhand, sends it toward the net, and Faulkner pushes that one behind. Up around the boards, lying on the half board. Top of the circle, shot blocked by Kelly. Bill Kelly trying to get behind Sell. Sell's going to draw a penalty here, and I got to believe that's a good penalty.
Yeah, totally.
Sell takes a tripping call on Bill Kelly, who's getting around the D, would have been in alone on Durkin. So with 24 seconds remaining on the Tiger power play, the Tigers will take the call, and we'll skate 4-on-4 for 24 seconds.
And we keep talking about the freshman Sell. And when you are a freshman, you're playing your first varsity game. You don't want to make any mistake, and you almost become playing timid. Sell not doing that, realizing that there are good mistakes to make, that one being one of them. Great penalty to take, keeps this game a 1-goal game, and you live the fight because Kelly wasn't able to put a puck in the back of the net there.
Skating 4-on-4 for another 10 seconds. Here comes Trevor Faulkner. Faulkner right through center ice, 3-on-2 as they come into the zone. Shot blocker save by Durkin. He'll guide that one into the corner. The Tigers' Kurtze goes over to pick it up, but he's checked hard there, but Kurtze skates away with it. Gives it up there to Murphy. Murphy gets it out of the zone. Comes right to Zacharias, brings it in, takes the check, picked up by Faulkner, though, in the corner. Sends it in. Scott cut that one off. And the Ramblers now on the power play for another minute 10. They go cross ice to Eliason. Shot wide of the net. The Tigers get there first behind the net. Can they clear it out of the zone? They cannot. Held in there by Schlosser. Toward the net. Pad save. He had Durkin going the wrong way, and Ryan got the pad out, though, to keep that one out of the net.
Yeah, I think his stick in front redirected that off of his pad. It would have been interesting to see where that puck would have ended up had that not been redirected.
And Josh Scott's going to get caught with his hand in the cookie jar, as he's going to get called for another tripping penalty, and the Tigers are going to be shorthanded by 2 for 44 seconds as Josh Scott's going to go sit in the sin bin for a tripping call out by the blue line.
Yeah, Tigers really just haven't decided on what kind of hockey they want to play tonight. This is kind of reminiscent to those 7 minutes of the first period where they started taking a bunch of penalties, and while we have made that mention that Sell's penalty was a smart one, the tripping penalty was not. Now you set up a great opportunity for Erie to put this game in a 2-goal advantage with only 8:11 to play in regulation, and you realize how great of an opportunity, so does Erie realize how great of an opportunity they have because they just took a timeout to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, this is huge for Cathedral Prep. Luke James headed to the locker room. It doesn't look like he's hurt. It must be an equipment thing. And the Tigers, you can look at it, the penalties are taken, Matt, and I call them lazy penalties. They got the reaching with the stick, that kind of thing. A lot of their penalties are tripping calls, which is not what you want.
Don't forget high school football on the Champ Sports Network tomorrow. Doubleheader action. Seneca Valley hosting Pittsburgh Central Catholic at 7:30. And then our showcase game of the week, we'll have Battle of Catholic Schools. Bishop Canevin taking on Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. That kickoff at 8 p.m. High school football Friday night on the Champ Sports Network. It all begins with Randy Cosgrove and Mike Osti at 7:30 from Seneca Valley. Hope you join us tomorrow.
The face-off, Tigers down 2 skaters, and they win a huge face-off there, Matt, and send it down the length. Bill Kelly now hustles back for the Ramblers. Cathedral Prep now setting up. Yeah. Breakout on the far wing. Joe Kelly cross to Faulkner. Faulkner
nice
walking
move.
Right in on the backhand. He shoots it, and I'm not sure Durkin got a blocker on that or not.
I don't think so. I think it just
went high and wide. Joe Kelly over to Eliason. Shot, hit a stick, goes wide. Tigers get there first and send it down the length of the ice.
Huge.
And that'll pretty much kill the 2-man advantage. And the Tigers get 1 skater back. So it's 5-on-4 for another minute 15. Here comes Bill Kelly. Kelly comes in on his backhand behind the net. Circling out in front, comes all the way out to Faulkner. That shot's blocked out in front by either Hart or Houston up high, and it goes up into the netting with a minute 6 remaining in the man advantage for the Cathedral Prep Ramblers.
If you remember at the beginning part of last season, the Tigers went on this unbelievable Trek run of PKs. I think they killed off like 11 of their first 11 power play or power kills, and they're on the roll tonight. They haven't given up a power play goal.
Yeah, the one goal.
No, that wasn't power play.
Yeah, it was. Oh, no. The Tigers scored a power play. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, sorry. I knew there was a power play goal. Shot from Bill Kelly. It might have been going wide, but Durkin put the trapper on it and held on. 45 to go here in the power play. Here comes Luke James out of the locker room, back to the bench.
That's unfortunate. I already used the one time I'm going to be right over you this year, this early in the year. It's really unfortunate. We're downhill from here.
I remember writing power play once. Here comes the Ramblers walking in, and that was Trevor Faulkner. Gets his own rebound, goes out to Joe Kelly. Faulkner with it back on the half board. Back to Joe Kelly, and it comes out of the zone. And the Ramblers have to reset with 25 to go in the power play. Kelly, hard whip around. Kurtze with the puck, and he's going to lift that one down the lane to right on net. And Trent Faulkner has to set that one up. We're down to 10 to go in the power play for the Ramblers, and this could be huge for the Tigers, killing off two-man advantages in this game. Here comes Bill Kelly with 3 to go in the power play. And shot from high in the zone, gloved easily by Durkin right as the power play comes to an end. And so the Tigers kill it off with 6:10 to go. We're still one-goal game, 2-1 Ramblers.
Yeah, because at the beginning of the year last year, the running joke was the Tigers would prefer to play down a man because their defense was so good.
Here come the Ramblers back again. Shot and goal!
Boy.
And that was a sneaky backhand. Oh, was that Faulkner? I can't get his – let me get his number here. That's a hat trick for Vickery.
Vickery.
Vickery. He gets the hat trick with 6:05 remaining in the third period. It's a 2-goal game. It's 3-1 now, Cathedral Prep.
Rich Vickery, a senior on this team for the Ramblers. And, boy, I hate to be right there, but Tigers kill off two-man advantages. And 2 seconds after they go to full strength, they give up a goal that extends this lead back to 2 goals.
Here comes the Tigers. Can't get it out of his zone. Back in behind the net for Carey, going after it. Elliott gets there first, out to the point. Send it back in behind the net. Sala is back there. He's checked hard by the Tigers. Ramblers have the numbers. They come out to the point. Cox with the shot. That's blocked out in front, and the Tigers will clear the zone. 3-1 here. Ramblers out in front. Fortwanger with Ottaviani. Fortwanger shoots it. Faulkner blocked it, didn't know where it was. Fortwanger gets it back, drops it back for Ottaviani behind the net. He's triple teamed, and we're going to get a penalty on the Ramblers. It's going to be a hooking call. And the Tigers have an opportunity here to pull it back to a 1-goal game as the Tigers draw a penalty, and it's going to be, looks like Cox going to go sit in the sin bin.
And that's what they needed to do right there. They needed to create an opportunity. They do that, get on the power play, and try to trim this lead back down to a 1-goal game. 5:14 to play in regulation. And the Tigers, 1 goal, their lone goal of the season coming. Why not their second?
Tigers win the faceoff out to Lang at the point. Lang walks it across, moonwalks. Shot blocked in front by Bill Kelly. He's going to skate it out. Bill Kelly now. He runs into Sell. He dumps it in deep, and Braden Lang has to pick it up behind his own net. Bill Kelly pushes Lang now. He backhands it up out of the zone. Sell turning with it in his own zone. He finds Hart up by center red. Nick Hart will turn and just dump it in, and the Tigers go after it. Luke James can't get there. Sell hustles in after it, gets it down to Luke James. He finds Lang wide open across the ice. Shot, shoot, and scored! What a play by the Tigers, and they answer with a power play goal to make it a 3-2 game. Lang underneath the arm of Faulkner to make it 3-2 on a nice read by Luke James. Went all the way across the ice, and Lang made no mistakes.
And he hasn't all game. Lang has been doing his job all game long, just quietly going about his business. We were talking about his great defensive play earlier, setting up an opportunity for a goal, and this time he gets the credit. He gets the goal, and you just had to feel like the Tigers weren't going to go away for how well they had played up until this point, and they don't. We're back to a one-goal game with still a bunch of time left, 4:25 here in the third.
It's Bill Kelly now with the puck for the Ramblers at center ice, passes it up. And Joe Sell has the puck. He goes D to Biani. Biani, far side, headman pass here to Houston. He can't control the pass, and the Ramblers go D to D. Joe Kelly can't get to the puck, and Joe Sell lets it go past him. The Tigers have to tag up. They do. But Bill Kelly avoids one, avoids two, avoids three. And here comes Joe Kelly. Goes over to, or Bill Kelly over to Joe Kelly, shoots it high and wide. And Ottavani just taps it out of the zone. And here come the Tigers now. Biani tried to headman pass to Josh Scott. And the Tigers have to wait. Josh Scott gets back on sides, but the Ramblers are there to pick it up. It's Faulkner with the puck. Headman pass here to Joe Kelly. Kelly takes a hit from Biani, but the Ramblers have it, and Bill Kelly. Ottavani comes back the other way. And Scott couldn't get the shot off. He takes a hit by Joe Kelly, and we're going to get a penalty here on Bill Kelly. And now Eliason's jabbering at the official, and it's going to be and we got a confusion here. Who's supposed to be in the penalty box for Cathedral Prep? It's going to be, that's what I thought, Bill Kelly.
Yeah, and I think that's the right call there. And the captain right now for the Ramblers pleading his case. And the officials actually kind of entertaining it at this point. Obviously, it's you're only pleading your case for the next time. They're not going to nullify the call in any way. But
I didn't see what the call was, but nonetheless, the Tigers are on the power play, and the Ramblers have the puck. They send it down the length.
High stick.
I heard that, high stick.
Yep.
So the Tigers now working it up the zone. Here comes Scott. He couldn't control a pass. And Emerson gets the puck. He'll send it down. Sell has it at his own blue line. Bringing it back the other way. Here comes Kurtze. He has a goal already tonight. Big slap shot. Stopped by Faulkner. He readjusts his pads, and the Ramblers get it out to center ice. Here comes the Tigers. Joe Sell just going to soft dump in. Scott goes after it. Back out to Sell at the point. Sell's going to crank one off, and that's knocked aside. I'm not sure if that got through or not, but the Ramblers have it now, and they'll send it down the length. We're down to 1:10 remaining in the power play. 2:28 remaining in the game. It's a 3-2 contest with the Ramblers on top of the Tigers. Here come the Tigers. It should be an icing call against the Tigers. Yeah. It is. Two Tigers had an opportunity to play that puck, and neither one of them avoided both their sticks. So it'll come all the way back into Tiger zone with 57 seconds remaining in the man advantage on the high sticking call to Bill Kelly.
Well, this is a major important face-off to win for the Tigers here in their own zone. They have only 57 seconds left to go on the power play and just 2:15 in this game, and they're able to win it.
Tigers have it behind their own net. Justin Biani skating out slowly in the far wing. He finds Lang racing down the near wing. Lang getting behind 1D. The carry. Lang overskates the puck, turns back to get it. He's checked there. A couple Tigers come in to dig it out. They're trying to get it out quick. And a good job here by Vicari to tie him up. And finally the Tigers get it. Ottavani in the far corner. Out to Biani. Bouncing puck. He goes across the Lang. Lang walks the blue line. Shoots it toward the net. Just missed the far post. And Biani bounces it back into the corner. 20 to go in the power play. And the Ramblers have it in the far corner. They backhand it off the window. And here come the Ramblers back the other way. And here Vicari now. One-on-one, walking in. He shoots. Stopped. Another stop. Two great stops by Dirk, and Vicari got his own rebound. And here come the Tigers. Power play's over. Ottavani, he shoots it off the stick of Joe Kelly and up into the netting with 1:14 remaining. And I always used to ask Brian, when do you pull the goalie? It's 1:14. You're down a goal. The face-off in your attacking zone, and this is a good time to call a timeout. And
Tigers are going to take it.
Yep. That's exactly what Scott Kabaka does, and he calls his troops over with 1:14 remaining here in a 3-2 contest.
Boy, what a fantastic hockey game this is turning out to be. The Tigers playing right with these Ramblers, and I think you go up 2-0 early for Cathedral Prep, and they're like, oh, here we go again, and the Tigers just have not gone away, and they continue to battle back here, and this is the opportunity. You take the timeout, you set something up where you have 1:14, you know when you're going to pull the goaltender. I don't think you're going to do it right now, right after the timeout, but I don't think not long after that are you going to pull him, get that added advantage guy out there, and just see what this offense, the puck movement by the Tigers in the zone has been so good. You know what you need to run here.
I don't know. He's pulling. Durkin's coming off the ice right now. He just threw a stick down on the bench. But I'm with you, Matt. I think I would have played him out by the hash marks and let the Tigers, if they win the faceoff, even though it's in the attacking zone, you're still, over a minute left. Hey, but that's why they're down there and we're up here.
That's right. And because of the timeout and all the commotion, what a second big save by Durkin on the wraparound attempt, because if that one goes in, this is a moot point. It's a 2-goal lead.
Exactly, right. Face-off is at the top of the face-off circle, and the Tigers push it forward. Nice keep there by Kurtze to keep it in the zone, but look out here. The Ramblers have the puck. Can Kurtze keep it in? He does. What a job there. Kurtze took a blow to the head, and it comes out to center ice. Biani back at his own blue line. Tigers with the extra skater on. Biani with the puck. Headman pass to Lang. Lang brings it in. Under a minute to go here. Lang down in the corner. Shoots it toward the net on a bad angle, and it's going to clear the zone. Hustling back after it is Kurtze. Trey Kurtze hustles back after it. Eliason right on his tail. He circles behind his own net. Drops it off there for Biani. Biani now looking up ice. Skating through center circle. 37 to go. Biani at the blue line. Far side. He shoots it high and wide. And the Tigers, Murphy lost an edge, and it comes all the way out to center ice. That hurt because the Tigers had the puck. Lang now drops it off to Houston. 20 to go. Tigers at their own blue line. Up into the zone. The Tigers touch. It's a live puck. Murphy going after it. Look out here. The Ramblers lose the puck. It comes out in front. Walking his heart. He shoots. What a save by Faulkner. And the Ramblers are going to send it down length of the ice, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to be the hockey game. Icing is called with 3.8 seconds. And we'll have a face-off deep in Rambler territory.
Wow, you almost said Fat Lady was warming up those vocal cords there, and the official threw one last the segment, if you will, to this story. And, 3.8 seconds left, and to the right of Faulkner will be the face-off here.
Hart will take the face-off. Tigers have 5 players lined up on the line. Biani behind Hart with the extra skater, empty net. 3.8 seconds, enough time to win the face-off and put it in the net.
You can hear a pin drop in this place
right now.
It's quiet.
The officials got everything lined up. The puck is dropped. It lays there on the face-off dot, and the buzzer sounds right at the shot. And the Ramblers are going to go 2-0, and the Tigers will drop the first game of the season. But, Matt, if you're the Tigers, I mean, it's bittersweet because they played this Rambler squad to the final buzzer and had a chance to win. And the Ramblers getting chippy now, and the Tigers are too. And Kurtze pushing Biani out of the way as they line up for the handshake.
Yeah, you're totally right, Al. This was, no loss. I think that's that old saying where you learn more from losses than you do wins. And this one for the Tigers, you're going to learn a lot from. And I think this is only a sign of good things to come for this Tigers team. I think in the past where, like I said before, you go down 2-0, you think, this is this Cathedral Prep team that's going to put their skate on your throat and really be able to win this one convincingly, and the Tigers did not go away. They stayed with it. They took some dumb penalties in that first period. They were able to overcome them. They played terrific on the power play and the PK. Special teams was great for the Tigers tonight, but at the same time, tip your cap to Cathedral Prep. This is what great teams do. They get tested. They maybe not come out and play their best hockey tonight, which they did not, but they're able to get a win, and inevitably that's what all matters here.
Yeah, they found a way to win, and like you said, that's what champions do. But the Tigers, you noticed in the third period, the Tigers had their legs in the last few years, the Tigers in the third period would start lagging behind. They would start dumping and not chasing. The Tigers were all over the puck right till the final buzzer. And I like what I saw. If you're a Tigers fan, it's a loss, but you got to take the good from this. And I hate to say that because it sounds negative and it sounds like the way losers talk. But I think this is going to be a much better team than they were last year, and put themselves in a better place than they were last year.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. Our post game from the Airport Ice Arena once again. Cathedral Prep gets the win here tonight at the Airport Ice Arena, 3-2 of the Moon Tigers. We'll wrap things up back here at the Airport Ice Arena right here on the Champ Sports Network after these words.
Looking for promotional products? JR Advertising has been building relationships and creating quality solutions for customers for over 30 years. We're excited to devise solutions to your marketing, promotion, and recognition challenges. Whether you're looking for a specific item or just browsing for ideas, our site is your one-stop shopping source. Visit us online at jradspec.com for more information. That's jradspec.com. JR Advertising. We don't compete, we create.
Well, we opened up the broadcast saying it's cold in the building, but we were ready for some hot action on the ice, and that's exactly what we got here tonight. Welcome back to the Airport Ice Arena. Matt Fargo alongside Al Lesh. 3-2 Ramblers defeat the Tigers here tonight, and you mentioned it going into the breakout. This was a game where you really didn't know what you were going to get from the Tigers. You add some youth. There's some depth on this team now. You know what you expect from Cathedral Prep. They're perennial power. You expect them to be at the top of the AA list once again this year. But for the Tigers, boy, I think this is, in the past, you've seen them play well against teams that you expect them to play well against, or teams that maybe are on their level. But to do what they did tonight against a Cathedral Prep team is really an optimistic thing. And like you said, you hate to almost talk like that. A loss is a loss is a loss, as they say. And this obviously Moon wanted to get the win, and they put themselves in an opportunity to do so. But there's so much to take away from this where, looking back in the past, and I was looking at the archives, these were 8-1, 8-2, 9-goal games where the Tigers didn't have a prayer to win. And to win 3-2 in a hockey game that wasn't fluky, it was just a good hockey game. Two good teams went at it here on the ice tonight.
Exactly. That's where that was going to be the first words out of my mouth. Two good hockey teams played here tonight, and it would have been a shame for either one of them to lose. The Tigers played an awesome game, if you're a Tiger fan, and Cathedral Prep, as you mentioned earlier, I don't want to say they played their best game, but they played. They came away with a win. They played good enough to win. They found the way to win, and like last year, I was thinking in the first period when it was 2-0, I'm thinking, man, if this was last year, this is going to be, like you said, it's going to be 7-1, or it's going to be, could possibly running clock.
Right.
But the Tigers, that never say die attitude, and they just kept coming. And they might have taken the Ramblers by surprise, and thinking the same thing. This Tiger team's just going to go away. We got a couple goals on them. Boom, they're done. And Coach Kabaka has got this team playing, and I'm excited for him this year. It should be fun, especially Durkin in net. We were expecting big things out of him last year, and of course his injury and that hurt the Tigers too. But he showed what he's made of. Yeah. He played solid tonight. Like you mentioned, that 2 saves on the one play by Vickery, and wow, that could have been the game right there.
Yeah, no doubt. Tigers do drop to 0-1 on the season. Cathedral Prep, they're improving to on this young PIHL season. Take you through the scoring recap. Shots on goal first. The Tigers do win that in that category by 10, 37-27. It's almost a football score for not against Cathedral Prep, though. They're pretty good at football, too.
Yeah.
Taking you through the scoring summary, back of the first period at 9:38, it was Richard Vicari scoring. Ziegler and Orkin get the assist, 1-0 Prep on top. They go up 2-0 at 10:09. Same man, Rich Vicari scoring. William Kelly and Ziegler. Ziegler, his second assist of that first period. And after one, Prep's rolling 2-0. Tigers, the lone goal of period number 2, 4:07. It's Trey Kurtze, a power play goal. James and Sell get the assist. And at the intermission, it's 2-1 in favor of Cathedral Prep. Going to the third period, Prep would extend their lead at 10:55 of the third period by, you guessed it, Rich Vicari, a hat trick for the young man, a senior on this team for Cathedral Prep. He scores. Tanner White and Dylan Elliott get the assist, and it's 3-1. And just when you think Prep's pulling away, the Tigers are able to get back within one. Again, it's a power play goal at 12:21. Braden Lang scores. Joe Sell gets his second assist of his young career as a freshman in his first varsity action. Also, Nick Hart also with an assist on that goal. And that's the way it would end. The Tigers would get a power play, another power play late, but weren't able to do anything with it. And then just when you thought it could possibly be over, they had that last second, 3.8 seconds with the face-off to the right of Faulkner, but they weren't able to do anything with it. Final score, once again, Cathedral Prep will return to the shores of Lake Erie 2-0 as they win tonight over the Moon Tigers 3-2. And you can point out a lot of impressive efforts here tonight, and our 3 stars of the game. I think you could go all over the place. I want to go. I think I have 2 and 3, or 2 and 1, 1 and 2, if you will, pretty locked down. But I think 3 can kind of go all over the place. So what were you thinking for 3? And I might go with your 3.
Obviously, number 1, you got to go with Richard Vicari for the number 1 star.
Right. Absolutely.
The number 2 star, again, he didn't show up on the score sheet, but I liked the way that Bill Kelly played the game, number 24 in I guess black and orange. The number 3 star, for me, it's going to be a Tiger. But I got to go with Joe Sell. He was all over the ice for a freshman, his first game. You know the butterflies were flying, and he played like a veteran out there tonight. And I'm impressed. I really am impressed.
It's going to be fun to watch him, and we're perfect. That was I was debating whether or not Sell should be 2 or 3, and flipping between Sell and Kelly. But I think that's the right way to put it with Cathedral Prep getting the win here tonight. It's they anyone who attends, and I've covered enough Cathedral Prep across the sports platform, they don't like it Erie. They don't like hearing Erie. I don't know. Everybody down here has to call them Erie because it's what you do.
Right.
And even on the PIHL website, it says Erie Cathedral Prep. But according to people who attend Cathedral Prep,
it's Cathedral Prep.
It's Cathedral Prep. And that's I guess it's the same way Pittsburgh Central Catholic is Central Catholic, I guess, in a way.
Right.
But I think they don't mind people calling it Pittsburgh Central Catholic. But if you go to their school, anything on their jerseys, it's CP. It's not ECP at all. So
I go both ways.
Yeah, I do too. Whoa. It's a different show, Al.
Erie. It's kind of eerie, isn't it?
Yeah, this is very eerie.
Okay.
And then the Tigers there in the third period, 2 big penalties. They were able to weather that storm, but when you go down a man, you're paying defensive more than you are offensive, and when you're down a goal, that really takes away from what you're trying to do offensively and get back in a game.
And then, I've been there, and once you kill that off, okay, it's not like a switch is thrown, and now all of a sudden you go on offense. Now you got to get that mindset, and it takes a shift or two to get you back into that. Okay, now we got to push, and it just killed a lot of the period that they needed to get to this Cathedral Prep team.
Let's see what you did there.
So yeah, you got to take a lot of good away for the Tigers. Cathedral Prep, tip your hat. I mean, they are what they are, and it's not going to be easy for anybody to beat these guys. So if you beat them, it's, take that to the bank, because it's not going to happen often. For instance, last year, the Ramblers ended up with a 16-4-2 record on top of Section 3. And just to show you, the Tigers were 5-16-1 last year in Section 2, which is a very weak section last year, and almost made the playoffs by virtue of winning their section. So, but I think this is a totally different team than last year, and I look for big things from the Tigers. And if you're a team that's going to be playing the Tigers here in the near future, beware, because this Tiger team is coming out with their claws out.
Well, teams in the near future, Monday at North Hills, a team that's kind of that middle of the road team. I think they split last year.
Yes.
So that will be an interesting matchup down at a much warmer Robert Morris Island Sports Center. Then next Thursday, they're at Baldwin, a team that's historically towards the bottom, not in the cellar, but maybe headed down the cellar steps, if you will, if I'm being blunt.
If the records show anything, Baldwin lost to this same Cathedral Prep team 4-3 earlier this week.
So maybe we got another good one on our hands.
Baldwin's always had the reputation of run and gun.
Yeah.
So, we'll see how that goes.
And then on the 27th, they return back here. So a long lull between this one, and they're not going to be back here a week. Basically a week from Monday. They'll be back at the Airport Ice Arena to host Chartiers Valley, which really don't know what to expect from them now that Franks and McMahon and company are all gone.
They are 0-1 this year so far. So,
and then you go at Bishop Canevin before coming back here to host West Allegheny. Matchups with Fox Chapel, home to Shaler. That very interesting Armstrong team. See how strong they are. They were very good last year.
I was impressed with them guys. Them guys. I was impressed.
That was Pittsburghese.
Yeah, that was. I was impressed with those guys last year. It's a fun team. They can run and gun, and they can play some solid hockey.
For Cathedral Prep, they will return back to the
Mercyhurst.
Yeah, the home confines of Mercyhurst Recreation Center to play Chartiers Valley and Bishop Canevin in some very interesting early season matchups. I really want to see, Canevin seems like the favorite again. So a matchup between Cathedral Prep and Canevin, always one that you got to look forward to.
That's what we talked about earlier. Those are two teams right there that they don't
not much changes.
They just kind of retool, and they just slide somebody else into that spot, and they don't really lose anything. They just retool, and away they go, and championships are expected, not wanted.
No question about it. Be interesting to see how the rest of the way plays out for both of these teams. And, of course, we'll have coverage throughout the PIHL, both in Class AA, which is my favorite classification because I think the parity is so close with everything, and it seems like it carries out to be just as interesting where, maybe not necessarily the worst team can beat the best team on every night, but there's a lot of teams that can knock each other off if they play good hockey throughout the season. So I'm excited to see how everything shakes out this year. The Western Conference is a little bit more competitive this year with the additions of Cathedral Prep and Canevin. Those are the Baldwin. The Tigers were in a 3-team division last year. North Hills and Montour. Montour dropped down to single A this year. So I think it will be interesting, but I mean, what are they going to do playoff wise with just 2 conferences?
You know what? I looked at that and I can't remember. I don't have that with me. Yeah. But I'm wanting to say it's very similar to what it was last year as far as teams. So pretty much most of the teams are going to make the playoffs. You got to be pretty bad, like the Tigers were, not to make the playoffs. But I like the AA. It's a couple of teams dropped out into the single A, and a couple of them went to the I forget what they're calling that other division. It used to be the Open Division.
They're calling it Division 2 and then
2.
Class A and B.
Yeah, a couple of them went to that. But AA also picked up a couple of teams that dropped down from AAA and by way of Fox Chapel, Norwin. Plum came down last year. Shaler dropped down this year. So it should be interesting. I like those teams, and just because they're down in AA, I still look at them as AAA. They're big schools, and they got a big group of kids to choose from, and it'll be fun to play a new team. You get used to playing all these same teams every year, and now
Brian says, the Indians and the
all the Indians,
all the Indians, animals, and Roman soldiers. That's how he plays. By the way, Brian's calling the Penguins game. That's why.
Yes. He's away. He's
NHL Network gave him a call. Must be nice. Just a scoreboard watching because things are pretty interesting. AA Armstrong defeats Fox Chapel tonight 8-3. They improved to 1-0. AAA action, Mount Lebanon defeats State College 3-0, and Bethel Park over Canna McMillan in a good one 2-1. And we were just saying a question mark about how good Chartiers Valley is. They lose 8-1 tonight to North Hills.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa, that's a double click game.
Yeah, it's double click. It they lose their big guns and suddenly they're back to the pack. So it'll be interesting to see how the Tigers,
how far in the pack they fall.
Yeah, exactly.
That is, and they go to 0-2. North Hills, their first victory of the year. The Oaks Chargers, they win tonight 4-3 over Elizabeth Forward. 1-1 are the season, are the Chargers. Single A action, Hempfield defeats McDowell, not Erie McDowell, but just McDowell. That's an Erie thing, I think. Hempfield did not get the second extra point. They won 13-2 tonight. McDowell with the safety. Varsity B, so part of that old Open Division, Morgantown defeats Blackhawk tonight 5-2. In single A, Franklin Regional, they win in a football-like score 10-0 over South Fayette. And games currently in action. Bishop Canevin leads Westtown Allegheny 4-1 in the second period. Keystone Oaks and Greensburg Salem in a shootout of sorts, 6-4.
Wow.
A lot of action. That's 10:22 in the third period left to go. And that is what I have for you.
That's great.
Yeah, it is. It is great.
No, it's when the weather gets cold, you got baseball playoffs, you got football started, you got hockey started.
It's a great time of the year.
Yeah, my birthday's this month. This is October is awesome. I love October.
This is the greatest time of the year. September, October.
Yeah.
Perfect. Weather starts to get tolerable again. And
sweater weather.
Yeah.
I love sweater weather.
Sweater weather. Well, so is this our lid lifter of the PIHL in the books, and a great one.
We got a good one.
As Cathedral Prep wins tonight over Moon 3-2. Our next broadcast will be that high school football doubleheader for you tomorrow. Seneca Valley and Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Randy Cosgrove and Mike Oste have the call of that one. Tomorrow on the network, kickoff at 7:30. And then I will have the call from the Joe. I'm just hanging out in Moon Township this week as I'm going to make the trek down Beaver Grade Road to see the Oaks Chargers and the Crusaders of Bishop Canevin. Josh Taylor and I will have the call, and you'll be there.
I'll be there to help out.
Yeah. Emily's coming again.
Oh, good.
So we're going to have a bunch of help.
And I love the press box up there.
Oh,
it's awesome. Yeah.
Got to work on that for here. We could box this in, maybe.
Yeah, I need Brian's heater. We had my heater on top here, and Brian's heater underneath that keeps it nice.
Yeah, we were warm up top, and cold down below, right?
Yeah.
For Outlast, I'm Matt Fargo saying this has been a presentation of PIHL Hockey on the Champ Sports Network, where champions are heard. Good night, everybody, from the Airport Ice Arena in Moon Township.